Alexander's POV. I thought I would be able to get over Alyssa easily. It wasn't like I knew her anymore and I already committed myself to Freya. But my chest ached with a dullness that was hard to ignore. Maybe it was just the broken mating bond. I was in my palace, trying to regulate my emotions with servants scattered around tidying and making noise. Everyone get out. I grumbled, throwing my hand out, not wanting to be around anyone at the moment. I heard sorries and excuse me's, but it wasn't as if I was going to hurt any of my servants. Caspian was the hot-tempered, ill-mannered one between the two of us. For once I was grateful he was not here. He'd tear down the walls of my room as punishment for what I did. And if any servants got in his way, I wouldn't want to be them. I wondered where he had gone to but tried not to think of him too much. Quickly, I went to the cabinet where I kept my wine and took out a fresh bottle, thinking that maybe the alcohol could calm the thudding in my heart. I barely swallowed when I heard the thumping of feet echoing through the palace, getting closer and closer. People yelped and hurried to get out of the way just before Caspian leapt through the doors, almost taking them off the hinges as he growled. I glared at him, taking another sip of my bottle before placing it back down. Caspian, I did not let you out for you to cause havoc. I yelled, getting gradually angrier. There was splintered wood scattered across the floor, and I could have sworn I heard someone crying in distress. Get a hold of yourself, you're a royal wolf. There's no time, he growled back at me. There wasn't just fight and defiance in his eyes, but also fear. Something was wrong. Are we under attack? Caspian shook his head fiercely. No worse. Your bastard of a brother has taken our mate, and you are going to get her back. He was already headed towards the door before I yanked him back and stood in front of him, my heart hammering at his words. What are you talking about? He took her away from me. Caspian growled, pattering at the floor impatiently. He said she's his. That our mate belongs to him now. Kai and I had rarely gotten along. We were in constant competition with each other to ascend the throne. Could this be part of it? I felt fury run through my veins. If he hurt Elise just to get to me, I would tear him apart. Kai was the general of the skeleton army, the most ruthless force our kingdom had, and there was hardly anything that could stop him from getting what he wanted. He could hurt her, torture her, or forcibly mark her, and there was nothing anyone would do to stop him. Maybe it was the mating mark still aching from the break, but I could feel myself getting angrier and more protective with each passing second. Without another word, I leapt onto Caspian's back and he ran like the wind to find Alyssa. Caspian caught Alyssa's scent quickly as he ran to the forest behind the palace, practically flying over the ground. He slowed down as we caught sight of them, Caspian waiting for me to make a call. Alyssa was sat on a rock, hand by Kai's face, staring at him with an expression I couldn't describe. They looked like a couple in love working each other out. Kai had always hated his scar since he'd come home with it one day, killing people who mocked it and refusing to talk about it. Yet here Alyssa was, touching it so intimately like a lover. Caspian whimpered, feeling the same kind of jealousy that I was feeling. Alex, she's ours. I urged Caspian forward, shouting furiously. Don't touch her. They broke apart quickly, Alyssa looking at me with shock whilst Kai just rolled his eyes. He stood from the rock, holding his hand out to help Alyssa. She thanked him and left the rock with him. Neither of them let go of the other's hand. Alex. Kai greeted me with false friendliness. What brings you here? I growled, looking at their hands still gripped together. Alyssa looked down and tried to pull away, and Kai obliged, only to grab her by the waist and keep her close to him. Let her go, Kai. She's got nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this? Kai asked, smiling mockingly at me. Why, that's quite a rude way to address your sister-in-law. My heart shattered hearing those words. I didn't care if I'd rejected her and was already engaged. She was supposed to be mine, wasn't she?